Hi guys, so it's Kayak here. So I decided to do something a little bit different. I don't usually do this with my speed paints. I usually just put like music in between or, for the drawing. But this time I decided to do a little bit of a voiceover. So I decided to pick a topic, and the topic is things you shouldn't say to an artist. 5 things, because I don't think I have enough time to do a whole 10 or 20 or all the things you shouldn't say to us, because there's a lot. But here are my top 5 things that you shouldn't say to an artist. Number 1.
Can you draw me?
I get this all the time. Anytime I'm drawing in public or like at a family gathering or something like that, I always get the "can you draw me?" question. And I'm the type of person who is very scared of saying no, especially to people who I'm related to. I don't like displeasing people. So, me being that type of person, I tend to give them a sort of maybe, which in reality is actually just me saying no, but nicely. The thing is about this whole thing is that I may not want to draw you, and I'm not obliged to draw you, and it comes with a price. And I'll get to that later, because that's like one of the other things you shouldn't do. But a lot of the times, being a family member, they expect some sort of special treatment or whatever, just because they're related to me. And I kind of hate that. And it's just a really annoying question to get. Like, so many people are like, "Can you draw me? Can you draw me? Can you draw me? Can you draw me?" It's like Oprah. Like, oh yeah, you get a question, you get a question, you get an annoying question. I don't want to draw you half the time. Most of the time when I get that question, I don't want to draw you. But if I say no, I get, backlash from that. So, my advice, don't ask that question, and don't get mad at me if I say no, because 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to say no, very quietly, but it'll still be a no. Number 2.
So-and-so draws better than you.
I hate this. I hate this so much. Why would you even say this to somebody? Are you trying to make them feel guilty? Are you trying to make them feel bad about their art? What is the motive? What is the reason for you saying this? It's so grimy. What's the word? It's just so bad. Why would you say this to somebody? I mean, granted, yeah, there's always going to be someone who's better than you, quote unquote, or I like to go with who's more experienced. There's always going to be someone who's more experienced than you. You're not always going to be the best of the best, no matter how many of your fans or whatever say that you are, because in the end, some people may prefer someone else's art over yours. And that's okay. That is okay. That doesn't mean you're any less of an artist. That doesn't mean your art is terrible or whatever. There's just always going to be someone who's just more experienced than you in that field. But don't say that to somebody to make them feel bad. Especially if it's for a stupid reason, like they won't give you free art or something like that. Because I've gotten that before. I will turn down a request. Someone will say, "Hey, do you do requests? Can you draw this? Blah, blah, blah." And I tell them, no, I don't do requests, but I do commissions. And they'll just hit me with the, "It's okay, whatever. Blank draws better than you." I'm like, okay. And go to them then. If they draw better than me, then go to them for your request. Good chance they're going to say no too. And I'm pretty sure that person is just going to hit them with the same, so-and-so draws better than you. Don't say that to people. Don't say that to people, like anyone. Not even just artists. It's such a shitty thing to say to somebody. It brings them down, it makes them feel bad about themselves or their art or whatever they do. If you really feel that way, then you should go to the person who you think draws better than the person that you tried to harass. The next thing you shouldn't say to an artist, number 3,
it's not a realistic career.
I hate this. I hate this so much. This is like one of the top things that I hate that people tell me, especially family members. My thing is, it's as realistic as you want it to be. I understand that it's very hard for some people to get into college or get the motivation to draw, especially if they're not that experienced in drawing in the first place. It can be very hard to motivate yourself, because then you find yourself comparing yourself to other more experienced artists when you're not even at that level yet in terms of experience. And so people will end up telling you, it's not a realistic career, that's not a real job, when it's more or less, it's as real as you want it to be. If you want to have a career in art, animation, any type of creative career, then you know how hard it is to get that type of job, and how much hard work that you have to do, how much motivation that you may have to force yourself to get. For me, it's very hard for me to sometimes get up in the morning or just get up at all and do some drawing. I can go days without drawing sometimes because I'm just that unmotivated. I don't know if that's the word, but there are just some days where I will have to force myself to motivate myself, look at other people's art or whatever, or watch speed paints or whatever, just so I can get motivated to draw, because me as a person, I want to go into that field of animation. I want to have animation as a career. And if I keep that up, if I do my best in college, if I put myself out there, then good chance that I'll be able to get the job that I want, or something close to that. I may not get straight into animation. I may have to be a storyboard artist instead, but I'll still be doing art. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't understand that art is a very big and fundamental part of just the world in general. Architecture, graphic design, just the design of a lot of things in this world, of pretty much everything in this world, is because of artists. You have sketch artists who work with the police to identify people. That's important. That's just that. I'm sorry I was rambling off about that. It's just a big thing for me because people tend to just say it's not a real job, when in fact it's more real of a job than you would think. Number 4. Did you draw that? Okay, I really hate this. I know I've said that about every other reason before this, but I hate this as well. Like, if you see me, I don't know what goes through people's brains, but if you see me with paper and my pencil going across the paper on the lines, what do you think I'm doing? I'm drawing. That's exactly what I'm doing. What do you think I'm doing? Doing math? Like, how do you think the drawing got there in the first place? Like, what kind of question is that? What goes through your brain that you're just like, I wonder if she's drawing that? Even though, she has a pencil in her hand, and the lines are going across the paper, the pencil is matching the lines on the paper. I don't know if she's drawing that. Let me go ask this obviously stupid question. But I'm not calling people stupid, I'm calling the question itself stupid. It's just, I don't understand what goes through people's heads. Now, I can kind of understand when I'm drawing on my computer, because a lot of people, especially older people, don't understand the whole concept of the Wacom tablet and art programs. So that one I can kind of excuse and let slide just a little bit, but even so, I just find this question entirely stupid. So yeah, don't ask people this. It's so annoying, and we get it all the time. The last and final question, number 5. It's not even a question. No, it is a question.
I have to pay for a bunch of lines on a paper? Nah.
I'm sorry, but what? Yes, you have to pay. You're not going to get 6 hours of work for free. No, that's not how this works. This is not how this economy works. You're getting a service from me. And that service takes a good few hours. It doesn't take 10 minutes. It doesn't even take 30 minutes. Half the time it doesn't even take 1 hour. No, it takes more than that. And you want me to give that to you for free. You want a whole, full body, full scene with full shading that took me around 6 to 8 hours. For free? You must be out of your mind. And then I also get the whole, your prices are too high. Well, let's see. I'm sitting at my computer or near my sketchbook for around 6 to 8 hours. Straight, by the way. Not really any breaks in between. And I'm coloring, I'm lining, I'm shading, and then, mind you, I might go back to you and ask, hey, do you need me to change anything? And of course, half the time people do. So that's added time. And you want me to do that for free. Especially when some of us out here are doing commissions for rent money or for food. Because we need to live. Like, granted, yeah, there are other jobs out there, but some people due to certain circumstances can't even get a job in the first place. And not because people won't hire them, no, they can't, or they're not allowed for some reason. Everyone has different circumstances in life. So if they're trying to use their art to make money and you're blasting them saying that their prices are too high or that they shouldn't pay, you shouldn't have to pay for quote unquote a bunch of lines on a paper, then you do it yourself if it's just a bunch of lines on a paper. And I think that's it. There's obviously tons more things that me and a lot of artists find very, 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 very annoying. But these were just the top 5. If you want me to, talk about any more, and if you like these kinds of videos, then comment, like, and subscribe, and every other thing that every typical YouTuber says. Thanks for watching. Bye.